Welcome back to Last Night I Watched. I'm your host Carlos. With me today I got my buddy Mark, Ian, and Kristian. Today we're going to be talking about the newest Doctor Strange movie, The Multiverse of Madness. We all just saw it last night, opening night, Thursday night, baby.
Last night we watched.
Let's jump into it.
Wanda.
I knew sooner or later you'd show up. I made mistakes, and people were hurt.
I'm not here to talk about Westview.
Then what are you here for?
I need your help.
With what?
What do you know about the multiverse?
Kristian, what'd you think about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness?
I thought it was pretty good. I'm not the biggest Doctor Strange fan, personally. He's never been like. I mean, I've always found him as a cool character, compared to like I don't know, say like Ant-Man or Spider-Man or Iron Man. He's not my go-to Marvel hero, but I would say I liked this movie better than the first Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had some pretty cool action in it. Doctor Strange doing his magic and balloon tricks that he learned from all his birthday parties. And that's a Spider-Man reference for those who don't know, but anyway, yeah. Overall, I was pretty into the movie. It's not my favorite Marvel movie for sure, but yeah, it's, got some cool scenes with Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange and his, I forgot what's the guy's name, his like sidekick or whatever.
I forget his name too.
Wong.
It's Wong. Okay.
Yeah, he had some cool scenes. He was pretty invested into the story. Yeah. Just kind of another fun Marvel adventure. There wasn't much I didn't like, but yeah.
Ian, what'd you think?
Pretty much the same thing as Kristian. I thought it was pretty good as well. And Doctor Strange is also not my favorite character. Yeah, I've never read a Doctor Strange comic. But he's interesting enough. I guess he's a wizard technically.
Yeah.
I guess
Sorcerer.
Yeah. Really, the reason why I wanted to see this movie is because there were rumors that a certain character was going to be in it. And we got that, which was cool. But yeah, it was a fun time. It is cool, I guess, seeing Sam Raimi back directing movies. And yeah, it was cool seeing new characters. Her name's America Chavez.
Yeah.
I thought she was pretty cool. And yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. I thought it was pretty good.
Mark, what'd you think?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. The biggest reason that I watched is for the Scarlet Witch. She's probably number one or number two, my favorites. And we got a lot of it, and I'm glad that she was the bad guy in it, but I don't know, she was kind of forced to be a bad guy. She did some bad things, but I can kind of swallow that, part of it. But yeah, I liked Doctor Strange, his banter with Wong, and got to see it. This seemed to be, I don't know, as far as he was concerned and what he can do, his power and such, it seemed to be cleaned up a little bit for me in this movie, so I could get a better idea of what he can do and can't do, and how powerful he is when he's doing it. So, yep. Okay. We'll get into it more later. Carlos, what do you think?
I really like this one. They gave Sam Raimi, it looks like, almost full control. and it really comes through the screen. A lot of camera angles are reminiscent of Evil Dead. This has a very big horror aspect in it, which I was not expecting. I got caught by a couple jump scares, but this is a very violent movie as well. There's some pretty good kills in here. I wasn't expecting that for a Marvel movie. Elizabeth Olsen kills it in this one. I thought she was acting her butt off. And then you also have Danny Elfman scoring the music in this film. And, it was a great score. We even have a little musical battle towards the end for almost the grand finale. And we do get introduced to the new character, America Chavez, who I thought worked pretty well. I was caught off guard at first because she shoots like a star portal, and I was like, I don't know, it's a little weird, but once you get used to it, it's fine. Yeah, I was just really surprised by how much I liked this movie, and how much I was surprised by the cameos too. I had a lot of fun.
What did Juan think of it?
We both had our mouths open the whole time. Whoa.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we were having a blast. It was a good roller coaster ride for sure.
Speaking of Scarlet Witch killing it, she actually killed a lot of people in this.
Yeah, she did.
A lot of people. Well,
Yeah, should we go to spoilers now?
I think, is it time?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, this is the spoiler section of the podcast. So if you haven't seen this movie yet, head out there to the theaters right now. I recommend it. I don't know about you guys. Recommend the theater visit?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Go see it in the theater. It's a great ride. And here is the spoiler section.
Scarlet Witch, she's the bad guy, or girl in this case, in this movie. That kind of surprised me. I didn't think that they were going to make her like a villain, which I did kind of find cool. And she killed Professor X.
Dude, she
What the
killed
fuck?
the entire Immortals.
Yeah,
That
she
was
killed them
insane.
Yeah, the Professor X one, that stood out to me for sure, though. I was just like, what?
Right.
I was kind of like, I don't know, I was like, you're already killing him?
Yeah,
That's how I felt. Because that's why the main reason why I wanted to watch this movie was for him.
It
For
was
real.
cool to see him in like an MCU movie too.
Yeah.
Like, was this the first one
Yeah.
for him? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign.
And for the Fantastic Four, we got X-Men and Fantastic Four in the same room with the rest of the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
That's
and
pretty sick.
Reed Richards being played by John Krasinski.
Yeah.
I had no clue that he was going to be in this at all.
Same.
Yeah.
I ain't either.
So that was
Everybody
Yeah.
in the audience went, "What?"
yeah, that was a nice surprise.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I was getting ready for him to do like a wrap around Elizabeth Olsen and like choke her out or something, and no, she just turns him into spaghetti
Yeah, just
immediately.
unravels him.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, some of her kills were like, I mean, they were all pretty brutal. Like,
Black Bolt,
yeah,
is that his name from the Immortals?
yeah. Is he the guy that can shoot the thing out of his whatever?
I think he has like supersonic voice or something.
That guy.
That's why he was signing.
Yeah, and then she like takes away his mouth, and then that's how he dies. He's like about to charge it up, but then it goes out of his head.
So crazy.
Yeah,
That was a good kill.
It was.
We saw Captain Carter is her name,
Yeah.
the Captain America.
Yeah, I've always liked Peggy Carter a lot.
Yeah, and she gets sliced in half. Another pretty brutal one.
She held up,
Yeah.
kind of,
I
for
like
a
that
little
she
bit.
used a jetpack. That was pretty cool. Addition to the character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who else? Oh, Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
How did she kill Captain Marvel? Oh,
Just-
she like crushed her.
yeah. Just put a giant statue
Yeah,
on her. Just
right.
fell over.
Well, I was super excited to be introduced to the Immortals finally. I never even heard of them before, and they just got killed right off the bat.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll ever be back.
I certainly hope so. In Professor X and Reed Richards' case, and I guess, Captain Carter and that Captain Marvel as well.
Yeah.
Well, instead of calling them the Immortals, they probably should say like, "Oops, we're mortal."
Yeah.
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 Not so mortal this time.
Yeah.
which does showcase how powerful the Scarlet Witch is. Super powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was sitting there waiting just to figure out how is she, because she, he would do something to her and she would just stand and look, trying to figure out how she's going to do it. But then she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool seeing her go back to like the, or at least when they go to the Wanda stuff, where she's like not evil, and she's like with her kids and all that. I thought that was neat.
Is it called shadow walking when she possesses them?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
It sounds like it would be
some
the
sort of
term.
walking.
It's
But
dream. Wasn't it dream something?
dream walking.
I think it's dream walking. Yeah.
Sam Raimi uses like the same first-person camera angle that he does in like Evil Dead when the Necronomicon possesses people. So that was kind of a cool callback to his older movies. I saw a couple shots where I think it's Catherine is the love interest of Doctor Strange. She's being attacked, and they zoom in on Catherine's face, and he's like shaking the camera back and forth. And I went back to Army of Darkness, and that's like a shot straight out of Army of Darkness, like the end when they're shopping S-Mart.
Oh.
And that zombie's attacking them. Another thing I noticed from that exact same scene is Elizabeth Olsen's mannerisms when she first attacks the temple in the very beginning. She has like that almost floaty personality to her, like a possessed zombie from Evil Dead, and just the way that Sam Raimi shot it. I really like all the callbacks to his old films. It's pretty fun. That initial kill in the beginning against the eyeball monster with all the tentacles, I was not expecting a big old pole to go through his eye.
Yeah, that was neat.
That was bloody.
Yeah.
Caught me
was
off
neat.
guard. I will say though, the ending was the beginning was kind of slow.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
It took a bit to get going.
Yeah.
Once it did, it was cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you gotta like establish the character and stuff, but I was kind of bored at the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Who plays his like the I guess not his girlfriend anymore, but I totally forgot her name. She looks
Catherine?
Rachel McAdams, the actress.
Yeah.
That's her?
Yeah.
Okay.
She did pretty good in this film.
Yeah, she was fine.
Yeah. She was in it for more than I thought she would be.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah,
when she
she was in a
goes
lot.
she goes to the different universes with him,
Right.
or did she only go to the one with like the weird gothic Doctor Strange with the third eye?
Yeah.
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 That one in the Immortals world.
Yeah. Because
That's
where
right,
she's
yeah.
from, right?
She-
The Immortals.
yeah.
World? Yeah.
He finds her in the like the science lab or whatever after he gets knocked out from the like tea, and yeah, so
When he was in the cube.
yeah,
He could-
in the
Containment thing.
America Chavez, I did like her in this movie. I found it kind of weird that because she's like banging on the glass at first, and then eventually she punches it and it like cracks.
Yeah. Maybe
So-
she just, because I noticed that too. Maybe she just didn't, I don't know, using her full strength or something.
Did she still have those like braces on,
I don't know.
cuffs?
I don't remember.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because that could have
Well,
been why.
An extreme emotion is what brings out her power. So she was probably
Yeah.
either,
That could be. Yeah.
either scary or pissed.
Yeah.
And
I agree with you though. I thought she was a pretty decent character.
Yeah, she's pretty new. She was revealed in like 2011 in some comic.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Nice.
Like
Yeah,
I-
I've never even heard of her.
same.
Towards the end, Elizabeth Olsen is chasing them, I think, after she kills all the Immortals, and they're going down a tunnel, and she's super close behind, and you're building up that suspense. Oh man, she's about to catch up. And then they like close the last door, the blast door or whatever, and then they just stand there and look at the door for a long ass time.
right.
Yeah.
It's like, why aren't you running?
Yeah, right. I thought that too. Yeah, I thought that too.
And then she just comes
yeah,
from the
you know.
side.
Yeah.
Jump scare
Yeah.
coming up. So
She was scary though.
yeah, she was a
Olsen.
frightening individual.
Yeah. He tried to almost have her act like one of his classic zombies in a way, because she's like coming after him with like a little limp because she's injured.
Yeah.
And then we actually get a Doctor Strange zombie.
Yeah, what do you guys think of
that
that?
was neat. I thought it was neat.
That was really cool.
It was fine.
I like the I don't know, was it like a mix of makeup and CG?
It kind of looked
Probably.
like,
Yeah, it looked
It looked
pretty
pretty
good.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
Yeah,
it did.
I was impressed.
Yeah.
I'm excited because one of the only Marvel runs of comics that I've ever really read is Marvel Zombies. So they've been teasing zombies here and there, like in Spider-Man Homecoming, I think it was. They teased the Iron Man as a zombie. We got a zombie here. I'm ready for a live-action zombie Marvel film. That'd be sick.
That would be cool. Hopefully.
This kind of felt like at times like all the like you're saying like yeah there is some but like Evil Dead references, but it kind of almost felt like a Evil Dead movie for toddlers. Like you know there's no way that Disney and Marvel are gonna actually let Sam Raimi do anything like what he did in the Evil Dead movies. I mean, in the first Evil Dead movie, a woman gets raped by a tree, and in the second Evil Dead movie, a man severs his own hand off with a chainsaw. You know, this is preschool compared to warfare. Like, it's just horseshoes and hand grenades.
There's some pretty brutal kills. That eyeball
Yeah.
through the pole through the eyeball. That was a good one.
For Disney, sure.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. Is this is all Disney for how many years now, and we're finally getting something that kind of almost breaks that mold in a way, or it adds a little something extra, especially for the aging fan base. It's not all just little kid stuff, which maybe it's not all little kid stuff, but you know.
It's like water to me. It's just like, you know, Sam Raimi's filmmaking kind of watered down.
Right.
I don't know, for the lowest common denominator.
Sam-
And I enjoy
Sam
superhero
Raimi
movies.
watered down brings up Disney though.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's still just kind of like 90% of the movie just still felt like your run-of-the-mill Marvel movie to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just it follows the same trope of, you know, bad thing and many movies follow this. Bad thing comes in, you know, they have to overcome obstacles, defeat it, and bada bing, bada boom, we're done.
Right.
And I was telling you this before we saw Star Wars on the other night. You know, we've been seeing a lot of good like movies that are their own thing. We've seen X, we've seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is another metaverse movie. We just saw The Northman. I made an analogy to you. It's like we've been eating out at really nice fine dining restaurants, and then going to this, it's like kind of going back to fast food,
Right.
which
right.
you kind of said the fast food part.
Yeah.
And you know, it it's almost just like it's kind of like for me it's just like we're back in the doldrums. It's like, oh yeah, nice. Okay, back to the Marvel stuff. But I like Marvel, you know, it serves its purpose. It's fun for what it is, but at the same time, it's just after seeing all these like cool like individualistic movies, just to go back to it, almost like it's like a lull almost for me. Just like, all right, well, we're back here.
Right.
But you know, for what it was, I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy it. It was fun. It was a fun time.
Yeah.
I agree. We could use another Logan type movie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
'Cause that, I mean, this is like, yeah, like toddler-ish shit compared to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even another Deadpool. Even though I preferred Logan over
I do
Deadpool,
too.
but yeah, I like those R-rated Marvel movies.
Yeah.
But
I do like that analogy about seeing a 2 or 3. Like, I don't know.
more independent film. in a
Yeah,
way,
better,
but
higher
they're not
brow.
independent.
That's just the way I feel. Because, I try not to be a snob. Like, I like, Star Wars and Marvel and all that stuff. I don't know. That's just the way I feel. I don't want to speak for everyone on this subject, but, like, it was just nice to get it's like a breath of fresh air seeing these movies. And then, like, with this, it's like, all right, we're back. Although it is, there was some stuff in it that was really cool to see, but at the same, it's just like, it's still just your typical Marvel movie, and it is what it is. Like I still had, like I said, I still had fun, and I'm probably I might be the only one that feels that way, but and what bums me out is this movie is gonna make so much money, and it bums me out that the Northman. God, that movie, I think they spent anywhere from 70 to 90 million on it. It's only made 40 million.
No.
This movie's going to kill any chance the Northman can make more monetarily. No one's going to see the Northman this weekend.
Somebody tweeted out today that this film last night alone on opening night made like $36 million. And that's compared to Everything Everywhere All at Once that in 6 weeks made that same amount.
Yeah, and that kind of bums me out.
Yeah.
It kind of bums me out, but it's just the reason why it bums me out is because I just don't want it to be where it's like, well, we put money into these movies and they didn't make any money, so let's put more money into the Marvel movies. Those always make money.
Right.
That's what worries me.
Right.
Because, Everything Everywhere All at Once and this had to deal with the same thing, the multiverse.
Yeah.
This compared to Everything Everywhere All at Once, it's not really a fair fight. That's like Muhammad Ali kicking Joe Frazier's ass. Like Everything Everywhere All at Once is in its like own echelon
Right.
compared to this.
Yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis was tweeting out some fire. She was all
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Go
What'd
see
she
the
say?
better one this
Oh,
weekend.
that's awesome.
Pretty much. Is
That's
what
cool.
she,
Well,
yeah.
cool. Again, nothing against this, but that is cool.
Yeah.
Another thing is that like the Avengers came out in 2012, and that was sort of, well, I guess I should say Captain America. Like the whole Infinity Saga has happened. Like that whole thing with Thanos has gone through, and we've seen all that, and through and through, I've just become sort of burnt out on these movies a little bit.
I agree.
And like I used to get a lot more excited for movies like this, and now that storyline has finished, I'm just kind of like, oh, another Marvel movie. Okay, yeah,
Right.
yeah, cool.
Marvel
Hopefully it's good.
fatigue.
I feel the same. It's almost like a chore, kind of.
I gotta go watch the newest Marvel movie.
Yeah.
If it weren't for this show, I would have waited and saw when it was streaming.
Someone would have invited me to go see it, and that's the only, like the or the Eternals. The only reason why I went to see that is because I was invited to go see it. I don't give a fuck about the Eternals.
Yeah.
Right.
And after seeing it, I feel the same way. I don't give a fuck about the Eternals.
I think that's why I went too, was because it's the next Marvel movie. I gotta go.
Spider-Man I really like Spider-Man. I just wanted, there was so much talk about, bringing in the other Spider-Man. I just wanted to see if they were actually going to put their money where their mouth was, and they did. And I had a really fun time with that.
Cool.
But it's just, again, Doctor Strange. For Doctor Strange fans, I am happy that they are getting Doctor Strange movies. That's awesome. But I'm not a Doctor. I don't.
Are there
really...
Doctor Strange fans?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. They might be a little few and far between, but come on.
Yeah.
There's always got to be a fan of something,
I grew up with this girl whose brother was apparently a huge Doctor Strange fan.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Yeah,
that's one.
they're out there.
Yeah. They're out there.
So where they are, I don't know, but they're somewhere.
I'm more of a Sam Raimi fan. That's why I came in. I just wanted to see what he could do with the Marvel movie.
Maybe that's why I was just like, it's just like a neutered Sam. And, again, it's just like those Spider-Man movies. To me, those aren't Sam Raimi. Those are just, like, there may be some touches of the way he would film, but at the same time, it's just like, they're just kind of studio mandated movies that are going to be like, well, you still have to do this and that and the other thing. And they were designed to be blockbusters, and they were blockbusters, just like this is a blockbuster. And yeah, I mean, look at Spider-Man 3, for Christ's sake. That movie's a mess, and it's because the studio just kind of jerked him around, telling him, you got to put in Venom, you got to do this and the other thing. And yeah,
that was
thankfully this is not the case with this movie, but it just kind of like when I see those little glimpses of his because you do like those Dutch angles and everything, and like there's a part where like you see like Scarlet Witch eyes in like a puddle, and America Chavez kind of like wipes it away. That's very Evil Dead-ish.
Yeah.
It's cool to see, but then at the same time, like 5 minutes later, it's like, oh well, we're back in just the regular Marvel, just like people punching each other and this and that and the other thing. It's just it's kind of like it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like we're getting touches of a filmmaker putting in his style, but then it just goes back to again, fast food, which is very ironic. We were just having a discussion about fast food. But anyway,
You gotta post it, Carlos.
yeah,
I will.
Yep.
Check out our new show, Last Night I Ate,
yeah, exactly.
coming soon.
But I've been talking a lot. Someone else talk, please. I
No.
want to hog this discussion.
Mark.
Well, the only reason I wanted to see it was for the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I figured she'd be like a sidekick, popping in and out, that kind of thing. I didn't know that she would be the main bad guy.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
And you think, I mean, when you think about what she had and what she wanted to get, she had a lot of motivation there to do it. She wanted to have that life and her kids and that kind of thing. But she's kind of off hinged a little bit because she did everything. I mean, she just went full out, and they gave her alternatives, and she didn't want any of that. And like I said, I'd like to see her power. When I'll never forget this in Endgame, she was there, and she was pissed about Vision, and she had Thanos. He was a pubic hair away from being roasted. He called the strike, and that kind of shut everything down. And so you can see how powerful she is. And I wanted to see that power in this movie. I wanted every little puzzle that came up. I wanted to see her just fucking roasted.
Yeah.
And she didn't disappoint. So that was my biggest motivation for seeing it.
I didn't think that they were going to do some of the stuff that they did with her, but they ended up doing it, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. All right. Like, mainly with, like, the killing of the Eternal people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, like, what kind of got me. I was like, okay, I don't know if I want to say that they're taking risks, because, I mean, I'm not, like, super into this whole story as much.
Well, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
You're good.
it's not taking risks because they have that cop out of, well, it was in another dimension. Oh, it was,
Right.
It's not. I could see them maybe being like, ooh, yeah, we took a risk. It's like, nah, not really.
Yeah. The stakes aren't high enough.
Yeah.
Are you
It's
sure?
almost
'Cause-
like if it happened in a dream, it's not real kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Charlize Theron came and said that he fucked it all up.
I don't even know who she is. Who
Me
is
neither.
that? Who's that character?
I don't know who that
Yeah,
character
I don't know
is.
either.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get another, like, cause what are we in phase 4?
I don't know any
I
of
don't
that
know.
phase stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. either.
Yeah.
I think you might be right. I think it might be phase 4.
Yeah. So are they gonna try and do another type of like build up from Captain America to Endgame, or
Oh.
like are they trying to go for something like that, like a second type of saga thing?
Oh.
So, I mean, if that's what they're starting it off with, in terms of this, I mean, it's not a bad start, but I'm not as enamored as I
Right.
might have been when I was younger.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if the kids can even understand and piece it all together now, or if it's the multiverse stuff is just too complicated. I like how they explain that. You know how when you're sleeping and somebody pushes you off a building? That was me, the bad Doctor Strange.
It's a neat concept.
Yeah, that your dreams are really you in another universe.
That is a neat
I
concept.
like that.
Yeah.
It's a very simple way to explain it. So
Yeah.
maybe the kids can understand that.
Yeah.
So Mark, did you have any favorite scenes? What about favorite characters?
Scarlet Witch, obviously, is my favorite. Scarlet Witch / Wanda. I liked her better as the Scarlet Witch in this. Of course, that makes sense because then she dream walks into Wanda, and however you want to look at it, Scarlet Witch is my favorite, and I like the fight between her and the Eternals.
Oh, the Immortals?
Or Immortals. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I can relate.
The ones flying around that she roasted.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep, she's definitely my favorite, and she's the reason that I would go watch that movie. Just is to see her. Yeah, and the fight was pretty cool. It took a while. She didn't just blah 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 through those guys. That we actually got to see a little bit of their powers before she did them in. So, yep.
Kristian, favorite scenes, actors, characters?
Favorite character? Yeah, I'd have to go with Scarlet Witch in this. I find her more interesting than Doctor Strange in general. So, yeah, she's a cool one. It was nice seeing her as the bad guy. It was different, I guess. Cool. But yeah, favorite scene. It's funny. It doesn't involve Scarlet Witch. It's actually the fight between Doctor Strange and like Gothic Strange, Third Eye Strange. It's like the notes and everything.
Third Eye Blind.
I
Yeah.
wish you was the best.
Do 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 do.
Yeah, that was a neat scene. I don't know. I felt like I hadn't seen that before.
Like the
actually.
musical note scene, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how they're like throwing him at each other.
Yeah, it was pretty creative.
Yeah. That was nice. Pretty cool.
My favorite scene would probably be right after Wanda kills the Immortals and she's chasing them through that small little I don't know, hallway, and they're trying to shut all the doors down, and just how creepy Wanda is she's very zombie-like. She's of course possessed, we know that, but her red eyes are peering through her bloody face after she just got done killing everybody, and she's limping slowly behind him like a zombie, and it's like, oh no, they're gonna catch up. And then, like I was saying earlier, they pause and just wait for her to jump scare them, which was a little ridiculous, but still, just having the creepiness of that scene. It said Raimi to me. It said Elizabeth Olsen can be very scary as an actress, and yeah, it just felt like a horror film to me at that point, and I like that because we don't get a lot of that in Marvel. Favorite character? Yeah, Elizabeth Olsen, Scarlet Witch. She just killed it in this one. And Ian, what about you?
Well, what's your favorite scene? Was that both? I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
the chase scene.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite character. It's kind of tough because my favorite character would be Professor X because I'm my favorite Marvel property is X-Men, but since he wasn't in it a lot, I'm gonna not choose him. And as much as I do really like Scarlet Witch, I might go with America Chavez. I thought she was pretty good for being just, some random teenage girl who I'd never heard of before. She was interesting. Her backstory was interesting. Her power was interesting. I might go with her. I thought
Nice.
she was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And my favorite scene, Jesus Christ, I don't even know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this best I can. So my favorite scene is when, I think it's Doctor Strange and America Chavez. It's right before Doctor Strange throws up when they keep going through the multiverses. There's one multiverse they go to. There's a cab driving, and on top of the cab, there's an advertisement for Grindhouse releasing. And I had to double check to see if my eyes deceived me or not on the internet. It was, in fact, Grindhouse releasing. And Grindhouse Releasing is a company, is a distribution company that was started in 1996 by Sage Stallone, who was Sylvester Stallone's son, and Bob Murawski, I believe is how you say his name. He is an editor. He won an editor He won an editor. This is gonna be bad. He won an Academy Award for The Hurt Locker.
Oh shit.
But he's edited like everything Sam Raimi's like ever done since like Darkman, which is, if you've never seen Darkman, have you seen Darkman? I highly recommend that. That's a good, fun movie. Yeah, I was just like, what the hell? That's, I didn't know, like, I was like, what the hell is that doing? Because I am a big fan of Grindhouse Releasing. And then I come to find out, oh, okay, so one of the co-founders and owners of it has ties with Sam Raimi. That's awesome. I'm such a Grindhouse Releasing fan. I brought some of my collection with me. This is one of the first things they ever did to actually put this out on Laserdisc in the 90s. It's Umberto Lenzi's Make Them Die Slowly, also known as Cannibal Ferox.
Is that related to Cannibal Holocaust?
Yes,
at all?
yes, it is. Yeah, I think I brought this up when Carlson and I talked about Cannibal Holocaust way like a year ago. That never got put up.
Very cool.
Yeah. There's that. We also have.
Is Grindhouse, is that like the production company?
It's a distribution company. They buy up these films and distributed them. Like you can one of the special features on this is it's like 1997. Sage Stallone is he's in LA and they're showing this at a theater. So it's like a preservation thing.
Oh, okay,
which
cool.
I really like to support. We have The Big Gun Down with Angel Eyes himself, Lee Van Cleef.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it says the ultimate spaghetti western. I don't know about that, but it's a good one. It's a very good one. Oh boy, what else we got in my bag of tricks here? We got 1982's Juan Piquer Simone's Pieces. It's a good slasher movie from that era.
Kinda remember it. I don't think I ever watched it.
I really like the tagline. It's "You don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre."
That's
I like
good.
it a lot.
That's good.
All these,
Nice.
they do a really good job. They include the soundtrack with them, which I think is really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, man, they do a really good job. Like really sturdy, like not cheap.
Yeah.
A lot of extras, different cuts of the movies. Like really, really good work. This one is very cool. So this is Lucio Fulci's The Beyond. This actually glows in the dark.
Oh.
Nice.
Sam Raimi uses a shot of this in the first Spider-Man. It's a shot of a spider. And I was always like, why the hell did he use a shot of that? And it's because the editor owns the editor of Spider-Man owns the distribution rights to this movie. I just learned that today. I was like, that makes so much more fucking sense now. Yeah,
Cool.
It's a very great movie. One of my faves. And then last but certainly not least, we have Cannibal Holocaust, the most controversial movie ever made. Yeah.
I've
Heard of
never
it,
seen these.
never saw it.
Yeah, it's you watched it.
I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
You can stay away
Someone's
from
got to buy these fucking things. So the fact that Grindhouse Releasing was referenced in this movie made my day.
That's really
So,
cool.
Yeah.
And that was just in one of the alternate dimensions?
Yeah, it's just blink if you'll miss it. Grindhouse Releasing on top of the cab. So yeah, I thought that was super cool. And they confirmed it on their Twitter and everything. So
Dude, that's it.
yeah, I had to double check. I was like, did I just see that? Yeah.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if that editor, if he edited this film at all?
He
or-
did. Yeah, by the way, yeah, he edited this movie too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's done like everything Sam Raimi's done the past like 30 years.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's cool that Grindhouse Releasing is in a fucking Disney movie, technically.
Yeah, that's nuts.
The people that distribute this is in a Disney movie.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
hey, that's cool. Disney sucks and all, but at the same time, that's kind of cool.
Able to sneak those in.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So, yeah, I don't get to talk about Grindhouse Releasing a lot, so I'm glad that they were put in this film.
You need to send me a picture of those so I can put it in the video.
Yeah, and again, it's kind of like, I haven't done this in a long time. I don't think I've ever done this in front of Kristian and Mark. I used to do this a lot in our past reviews, and it's kind of like, I stopped because there's like, what's the point? We don't film, so we don't see this, but
Yeah.
I missed it, and again, I don't get to talk about these a lot, so.
Well, let's do one. Why
One
not?
of these? One of these?
Yeah, the least ickiest of one, or
They're
whatever.
all icky.
You know.
They're all,
You said Beyond's one of your favorites?
Yeah,
Never
that
even
was
heard
really
of it.
icky. people get like devoured by spiders. A little girl gets her head blown off.
It's,
Lucio Fulci's the godfather of gore.
do you
Was the
have any
godfather of
at home that are less icky, or is that all that you have?
gore. These are all of them.
That's all.
Yeah, they don't put out a lot because I think it's kind of, like they really pick and choose what they want to get. And, a lot of people have already gotten, like they can't get Friday the 13th. Paramount owns that. So, movies like that, it's kind of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's already, the distribution rights are already owned by someone. So, they kind of have to, almost like, what's free for them to get. But, if you guys really want to watch one of these someday, I'm of course down. But again, like they all have warnings on them. Except for the big gun down, that doesn't have a warning. But yeah, they all got warnings. It says on the back, I think, like the big gun down explodes with violence and sadism.
Whoa. Well, Kristian, how many universes do you give this 1 out of 5? How many multiverses?
Probably 3.5. It was decent. I'm just so burnt out on this Marvel stuff, man. I used to be
exactly
like really into it.
Yeah.
But just with all the stuff going on with it and Infinity Saga being over and dealt with, I don't get as excited for the Marvel stuff these days. At least, even though it is Doctor Strange, and he's not my favorite Marvel superhero, it was cool. It was a cool Marvel adventure. So 3.5 for me.
Nice. Ian, what about you?
I might just go 3 out of 5. It was good. I liked it, but like basically, I agree with what Kristian said. I don't really get excited for Marvel anymore. The only the things that this movie had going for me was Sam Raimi and the rumors that Professor X was coming back. Other than that, I didn't really care. But at the same time, it's not a bad movie. It's competently made. It's got good performances. It is entertaining, which is what we go to movies for, to be entertained. It does that job. So, and I think, again, we may have just been a little, at least for me, I don't want to speak for anybody else, but for me, like, maybe I was a little spoiled with movies that we saw recently that I really enjoyed, and they were fresh.
Yeah.
Right.
There was no connections really. If there were connections, there were homages. They had no, they weren't owned by Disney. And I really liked that, and I'm glad that we gave money to that. Even though we did give money to this, but, that's okay. We're doing it for the greater good of our YouTube reviewing. And, yeah. It was fun, but I'm feeling a 3 out of 5 on this. So, nice. Yeah.
Mark, what do you give this one?
3.75. And the bulk of that goes to the Scarlet Witch. I'm sorry, I just cannot say enough about her. It's nice to see her in something besides being a bit player. So, yep, 3.75.
Thanks. I actually give this one a 4 out of 5. I really liked the return of Raimi as a director. He comes through the screen. Elizabeth Olsen was awesome. I like that we're starting to go towards a horror theme for the Marvel Universe. I hope that continues. Maybe we'll see Marvel Zombies in the future. I don't know. We'll see what happens next. I actually have a lot of fun with multiverses jumping and kind of just trying to see what these film creators are even thinking about multiverses. Just exploring that concept is a lot of fun to me. I know it's not for everybody, but I don't know. I just have a lot of fun with it. These guys seem to have a lot of fun with it. The gore in this film, we actually saw some like real deaths in this film. Of course, it's going to be excused later. It's a different universe. So, you know, scratch that. But, you know, people getting sliced in half, eyeballs getting stabbed. I liked it. Blood all over Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
You don't see too much blood in these movies, so it was really
blood? It
cool.
almost looked like brown, like it was like robot grease or something, because there was robots she was killing, right?
Oh, the Ultron bots,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
This is a PG-13 film, but it's good.
I wanted to ask you, Carlos, where does this? Because I kind of touched upon it earlier. Like compare, like how, like where does it stand for you in regards to Everything Everywhere All at Once?
I was asking myself the same thing, because Everything Everywhere is a perfect film, 5 out of 5. I haven't reached that high since we watched Northman and all those other ones. I haven't gotten that same high back. You know, I know what a Marvel film is. I understand it's just a quick roller coaster ride. And maybe I might even change my score for this one later, because you have that initial ride and that initial thrill of, oh shit, that's John Krasinski? What the hell? They got Fantastic Four in this film? That's awesome. And my jaw was on the floor and I was getting so excited thinking about all the possibilities. Maybe if I watch it again, I won't have that same reaction, and it'll just kind of be like, oh, John Krasinski's in there. This is the part where he gets sliced up really quick. We don't even get to see him showcase his knowledge or his powers that much. You know, maybe a second view might bring this film down, but that initial roller coaster ride, it was a 4 out of 5 on the roller coaster ride for me.
The reason why I ask is because, you know, it's kind of the same subject, you know, the multiverse and whatnot. And I mean, Mark, like, how would you answer that question? Like, you know, how does this stack up to Everything Everywhere All at Once for you?
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a completely different class of film.
Yeah. Again, it's just like that. It's just it's like in a tier of its own, you know.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But on like the Marvel scale, this one's up there for me.
Yeah,
on,
you
like, the
know,
Marvel
for a
films.
Marvel movie, yeah, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like everything in this movie was Marvelized. You know, when they went to different dimensions, it was the things that were happening. It was big, and the other one, I can't remember the name of it. It was bite size. It was more compact. It was easy to follow, easy to appreciate, I guess. I don't know. Can't really find the words for it. But
I could agree with that. Appreciate, yeah.
Well, thanks for reviewing Doctor Strange with me, guys. That was a fun one. And so tune in next week. Thank you for listening this week. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll catch you guys next time. Later.
Bye.
Peace.
We did watch it last night.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the show.
Exactly.
That's the show.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the beauty of it.